What's good, everybody out here? Let's conversate about today's feature. So, the past few days, I've been getting more analytical and more verbal about the type of stuff that's actually going on in these situations. And I know that a lot of people have their doubts and they want to see things a certain way. So, I'm not going to dig into there and just kind of rub away what you think. You could feel and think as you please when talking about these type of topics. But like, share, and subscribe and hit the bell. Make sure when you subscribe, you hit the bell so you catch every notification whenever I'm going live, whenever I'm doing something. That's the key. That's the whole premise of what it is we're doing here. I know a lot of people are having issues with notifications. I'm working on that, trying to figure out why if they're hitting the bell, and I have to understand it. We got to talk about something. I've had slew of pictures sent to me, okay? And these pictures sent to me all show women with bruised up bodies, okay? And some of them are on the buttocks, some of them are on the stomach and side area, some of them are on the arm, believe it or not. I even seen one with bite marks. I don't know why a man's biting a woman. That doesn't make sense to me. Um, so I really can't tell you why. But I have a whole bunch of pictures of different women that are bruised up and hurt. Now, my goal is to figure out exactly how these things occurred, but some of them are being posted by affiliates. Some of them are being posted by random people alluding to X in some way. And this is how I'm beginning to understand that he was not instrumental in doing these things solely him. There was some type of contrived news that occurred during his living here and around his situation about him being abusive and an abuser. And let me tell you something quickly about an abuser. When it comes to an abuser on that magnitude of trying to cause bruises, leave blood, there is no forgiveness for that because they do not learn their lesson. The only way to learn their lesson is for them to be off on their own, going through a struggle. Because you see, a lot of guys think because they stop at a moment's notice that that's satisfying, that that fulfills what it is that needs dealt with. But if they continually have done this on and off, you could presume they need some type of professional help. A man with insecurities is a man that is going to be trouble. You get me? If they're insecure, there's nothing you can do to change that because their insecurities go to them as far as them needing other men for some justification, whether it's blood related or not. They need another man to make them feel justified in their decisions. And that's part of the reason why we tell a lot of people to be careful who you're friends with and to have mentors that are above this outline. Now, the pictures of the females that I've seen, some of them were badly bruised. Like, I mean, like you wouldn't believe. And the thing is, a lot of times what an abuser does, he won't attack your face because he doesn't want to get in trouble. So he'll hit your body or he'll slap you or do something very feminine in order to back up stuff he's saying or to set order. And the thing is, if a man's words aren't strong enough to prove a point, man mindset, a man knows to mind their business. Keep it pushing. Man mindset, keep it pushing. If your words aren't strong enough to sway someone, abusing them as things should only put you deeper in the hole. And that is the mentality and the behavior we're getting back in our society. We're no longer going to encourage slapping women, hitting women in the ribs, uppercutting women in the stomach, like biting women. That stuff is childish and it's lame. We tell children to bite, not to keep them hands to themselves. But it seems like there's a lot of people to profess that they're men that can't do it. And from these pictures, it really shows. Now, here's my thing, something I learned of. There are types of thoughts called, I guess, revenge media, where out of enjoyment to a woman, but we also have a slew of articles showing that some of the women in these productions finish for the money, but they never wanted that to occur. And here's what a guy's going to do. He's going to say, you made me do it. or you made me angry, so I had to do it. He's going to say anything to make it seem like it's your fault that he's such a simp and a lame that he has to put his hands on a woman. So if you've done it, it's done. You have to stand for what you've done. But then here's how coward they are. Around other adults that are not their kin, not people who glorify this type of situation, they don't behave that way. So they're going to not do it and act like you're crazy. But when someone's not around, they want to go do it. This is the lame interaction to tell that you have a sucker on your hands. I'm telling you, it's a fact. Not a man. A male that's doing that, you got to understand they're doing it because they have insecurities. It's going to be some type of insecurity in which they can't fix. So they're going to take the anger out on you and make it seem like it's your fault. But my word to women in this situation is get away from them. Don't sit there and stand for that. Because this is the ultimate red flag to someone being real and fake. And the thing is, they think they're real because people around them say that's real. And they think being real is being violent. But being real is being a man taking care of your family. And if they didn't learn that yet, they're not going to learn that. That's my thing. Any type of lame that's trying to beat your body, scared to hit your face because if a report happens, they're going down for it. It's cowardice. Don't do it in the first place. And stop doing so much talking to that woman and jaw jacking and say what you gotta say to another person. That's the thing. They'll threaten you and not speak to your father. They'll threaten you and not say nothing to your mother. I've never moved that way. I said what I had to say in front of everybody. Maybe that's just me being honest. And I don't really know where guys got off thinking that was cool or that was acceptable. And I don't know who told them that's the manly thing to do, but it's not. Anybody that's real is real for their family. And it's not over no simp stuff because somebody's abusive. They want to do it. Not over no lame stuff like you did something you shouldn't have did. Now they're backing you. They're going to pull you aside and say, yo, you got to stop doing this. And if they haven't already, they ain't real. Period. You see, they like harming people, being violent, but you catch them out in a position with their kids or something, or where they can't do nothing after all the wrong they did in a clique with their guys, then they're copping pleas, or they're trying to get out of there, or they say that's violating. You violated when you were with a group of men, but you don't want to get violated when you're caught lacking. Really? That's why your behavior and choices build up to the person you say you are. Your actions and your character is going to shine through. When somebody's done with it, they're done with it. Someone's tired of that childish behavior, they're tired. You can't force them back. Like, no. I've always behaved in a civilized way because I knew what it meant to be a man, take care of a family. And if I wanted to be seen in the same light as this man that our society praises, I have to behave the same. I got to learn to keep my hands to myself if my kid's going to keep his hands to himself. I got to learn that I'm hurting this person when I'm making these decisions instead of me being worried about me. Yeah, it's about me, but I'm not using that as an excuse to violate a woman. That doesn't make sense. And that's the problem with these guys. They're all about it until I say something like this. You screwed up in the first place. That's a fact. Now, I'm looking at these photos. Remember, these are allegedly minors. Minors, okay? And I'm seeing pictures with bruises, with different things. And they're not a minor. Still, bruises on the buttocks, bruises on the sides, bruises on the arms, bruises on the chest. But they ain't hit them in the head so they couldn't get persecuted for it. That's instant prosecution, you get arrested. But they want to do it in a secretive way. That's lame. That's lame. And that's exactly what I'm saying. That's when you get the outcome that you're asking for. And then if you did that to their mother, they're like, oh, we all got a right. But you want to do it to someone else's mom and think you get a pass. No, you don't. Inadequate. You're unfit to be a parent. And that's a fact. So live your life as that unfit parent that loves beating and abusing on women. And that's my thing. Some of the guys that be doing it, they're scared to catch the felony and do the football numbers, but they want to keep doing it. Keep your hands to yourself and get your head together. Fix yourself. Most guys want to use someone else to fix themselves. No, go fix yourself, and then you will be presentable. They can't even fix themselves. They spend too much time worried about everybody else but the fact they're losing. Don't behave this way. This is against the man mindset, against the whole analogy of you being the man. You ain't got to worry about stuff. We ain't got to hit no female. We ain't got to do none of that lame stuff. When we speak a certain way, and it's respectable. Period. That's what I'm trying to say. So why do I see countless photos sent to me of women bruised up, beat up, different things? And they're alluding to have come from different parties we spoke on, hung around certain people we've spoken about that have been alluded to doing this situation. It is sick. And then the women coming out complaining about it. And how does this person get work when they're doing this? These are consistencies of someone who literally has issues with being a secure male. Insecurity is not a characteristic of a man. If there's a man that's insecure, he's not a man, because that's not a characteristic. Period. That's all you need to know. That's mentorship. And what I'm saying, Weezy, is that if you beat women, you're a lame. If you have to beat on women's body, you're a sucker. If you have to threaten women, you're less than a man. Way less than that. Period. You could be as cool, have as much money, hang out with cool people, be respected. But if you're doing it secretive, you're a sucker and a lame. That's what I'm saying. Period. Because a man's words is going to be his words. And she'll respect it. If she doesn't, keep it pushing. That means this situation ain't for me. You find someone that respects your words. But some men are so insecure they can't even live life that way. And that's what I'm trying to say. If there's a situation they're doing it, I literally got a script or something, or behavior, where each of these people show that they're less than a man. I don't know another group of investigators. I only know me and CommenterNation. I don't know no one else. But that's what I'm trying to say. If this behavior is synonymous with the daily interaction and daily behavior of someone, you need to understand that that is not fit to be a man, period. That's craziness. And it makes no sense. Looking up some people's record, they got violent felonies with women, still trying to be around the same scenarios, doing the same things, like it's glorified. Was he framed? That's subject to your opinion. I have multiple pieces of documents, so I can't go into detail on what's framed and what's not. But I can say what I know, and that's beating women, putting hands on women. It's childish, it's lame, it's a sucker. And if you never learned that, you need to find more thorough people to hang out with. The mentors, the people I own, they ain't got to do that. Women flock to them. They don't do none of that because their behavior is pristine. And people respect them for that very thing. A woman respects them for that very thing. And I don't care if it's a blood relations, whatever. If they ain't saying that, they ain't thorough. Doesn't matter how many hoes they snatched or how many whatever they did. Doesn't matter. Your character's apparent and you get judged no different than anyone else. Period. That's what it is. So I'm reading through the comments. No worries. Let me see what someone's saying. I no problem, Hannah Taylor. And yes, Betty, I agreed. Or no, I was not there, and I do not know a testimony from friends. Okay, yeah. I do believe a lot of young black men have real insecurity problems. It's not just young black men. It's men all over America. See, that's the thing. You give too much credit to a black man behaving this way, because the black woman, when you support this and protect a man that has these behaviors, you're doing the wrong thing. He needs to pay for his decisions the same way as anyone else. He shouldn't get some type of pass because he's a black man. No, he chose his behaviors. Live through what you are, live through who you are. See, another sucker can't say nothing to another man, so they're going to say a lot to the female and then try and duck talking to the other man, but then try and have some animosity when they see the other man. That's why here we do it a certain way. I'm not going into detail. Lawfully, I got to maintain that ability, so I can't go into detail. But we handle that situation a certain way because there's only special places for those type of men. I don't play around with I don't play around when it comes to talking about abuse. Women. In my mind, these things are cut and dry. It makes you think how people's lives really are on the backside. Sometimes you really don't know a person. You don't. Especially when they're doing certain things and then they're going in and out of rage and stuff, fits, throwing fits just like little sissies. To be real with you, that will show you the hidden agenda and character behind someone. If they're throwing a fit like a woman, they are a woman. Doesn't matter how they look or how much hair they have. You're a woman if you're throwing a fit like a woman. You can't behave yourself. Being told no, being told I don't want to. They got to force you against it. You're a sucker and a lame. Period. There's no justification for it. There's no way around it. People I know explicitly never heard of this behavior. To be real, I haven't even known that this type of behavior existed. It blows my mind. And it's like, how many people are sitting back saying the sucker moves are real? And who was such a sucker to teach that to them? It's really lame. You know what I mean? And what's sad is that you'll have an older generation of suckers who knows they're suckers because in public they won't do it, or in front of other people they won't do it, but they'll try and do it behind closed doors. That's straight sucker. Period. All right, he's on it. Making some calls and moves because I don't play around with suckers. Hold on. That really sucks. Are we talking about this because, yeah, we are. We are talking about it because of her. Because it's not only her. It's not only her, Jody Dietz. It's not only her. It's a lot of women I've seen. And just because they get into the industry, I don't get why they got to get their butt uppercutted 1,000 times. Because this woman's, her butt was black and blue, huge bruise mark. If you're really having sex, how do you make this occur? If you're doing what you're supposed to do, doesn't make sense. It seems like they do it because they can't reach or they couldn't fit in. She made a comment like, hurry up and put it in. And he got mad. Like just that sucker stuff. Really does make up a lot of confusion to how men move. And then they'll be in a realist position like, oh, I'm the realist. I got this person. But they're still suckers. You live like a sucker. Some of the people I looked into don't even work. Haven't in years, but think they're in a position to make calls on what needs to be done. If you ain't bringing in no money, you can't call a shot. Think about a boss in a mafia. If there's a capo, you think he's capo and he ain't bringing nothing to the table? You think he's a boss and he ain't taking care of nothing? Really? He ain't bringing no money to the family, yet he makes the shots. No. He calls what happens. No. Broke suckers don't make for good business. And when I say broke, I don't just mean about money. I'm talking about broken in character and ability and stature, whatever they stand for. When you're a broken sucker, you don't make calls. And we were looking through different things. It seems like clout or getting some level of clout is what got certain people where they're at. You didn't do it on your own too. You got clout off of other men, which again, sucker stuff. Off of other men, your clout came. That's why you're respected. And that's my thing. I mean, I got a ton of videos. I got a ton of images of females, and it's disgusting. Swollen eyes, bruised ribs, bruised arms, bite marks. One had a bite mark. Really? That has nothing to do with sex, but really? Really? You bit a woman? Really? Now, I know some situations where that could come in handy, but you bit a woman. Wow. Unbelievable. 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 And that's why your freedom should not be. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The way you carry yourself has set men back years, decades, centuries. Because a male was called out by the doctor when you popped out your mother and you're alive doing this sucker stuff. You need to go. You got to go. I'm sorry. We can't have that. If you're real, you understand that. We can't have that. You make it bad for other men. You really do. Start saying, well, this sucker hits me and he cares. No, he don't. No, he don't. You're just a means to an end. No, he don't. And these suckers think they deserve freedom. Get in a cell. Stupid. Don't worry, we're working on that. I got the right agents on the job, always. You got me confused. Understanding it, I see. Now, I don't know too much about the industry. I will say that. I don't know much about the industry, but I can say dealing with this industry, unless there's something signed on. So there's a lot of industries that sign on, this is going to happen. This is going to happen. This is going to happen. That's different because that's consent to it. When someone's angry and just does it, that's a lame and a sucker. Rip Roach, Ski admits the Sky manager beats his girls. Did he? If you have that video, let me know. Because the reason most guys are doing it is because they can't get the job done hitting it. So they got to beat you because their meat can't play up to the part. That's just fact. I'm not meaning to be graphic. I'm being real with you. And if it's consent between a relationship, okay. But if they're like, can I hit you? And they're like, no, you can't hit me. So she posted the link. Everybody could go to that link and see what she's talking about. I don't know anything in detail about that. How do they use Ja's face for clout in porn? I'm not understanding. Hit my B like Bruno. Bruno, you beating women? Go check that link out. Someone let me know what's on that. And that's on YouTube. Bad place to have a video for the czar to get to. That's a bad place. You already know. You don't want to have a video up on YouTube. Whatever's happening now isn't new in the industry. I could guarantee you that. The way the industry works, it works on lineages. So there's a person that took over doing certain activities. It's nothing new. Wow. Queen Prodigy coming with all the hits. Yeah, I hope that was a lie, Bruno. That's a YouTube video, and you know TheCzarr is gonna get his hands on that. You don't want that up, buddy. So whoever seen it, check it out now. Because he's probably gonna take that down. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Shout to Queen Prodigy coming through with receipts. You know, I'm just talking about the pictures I seen. I don't know nothing about the receipts that she's showing. But someone made some type of clout move and said, hit that be like Bruno. I don't know if you're actually doing that. I would hope not. That's felony assault, sir. If you get 2 to 3 felony assaults, you'll be doing 20 to life. Are you dumb? Now, I know incantations help, but there's no incantation to stop that 20 to life. I promise you that. Oh, for guys steadily beating a woman, just hope that you're able to slide out, because in that situation, they're going to count each charge separately. And it adds up, just like math. And if there's multiple women, you could get multiple charges for each woman. They could get you in situations that say, oh, you Sodom, other things added on. And those with multiple different women, you could easily be doing the life charges. Trust me, that's not a game, and it's not a joke. Some of you guys move funny. I don't understand. Oh, I see. So he's posting their pictures before he promotes what he has going on. That's sick. Because they ain't got nothing to do with it. And right now, you shouldn't be posting X's picture on something like that. That's disrespectful. Promote him before. See, what happens is if I go check it out and Queen, post the video. If I go check it out and I see X's face on a video, then I'll have to get that one you know I'm talking about. That one where I know there's minors in it. I'm gonna have to just post. You're posting his face anyway. Forget it. I'll post the one I know he's a minor in and see what comes of it. Excuse me, guys. It disconnected me quickly. This is cool. I had to test how YouTube worked, and it works. I can leave and come back. So I could go read what they're posting and come back to the live. It just looks like the connection disrupted. That's cool. YouTube, shout out for the updates. That's fire. That was a fire update. That was crazy. Shout out to YouTube for that. So let's give Bruno, I'm going to give about a day. I know you watch. Cut it out. I'm going to give about a day for you to pull down those videos. But by the time I look, I hope they're going for your sake, sir. If what they're saying, I don't know is fact. If what they're saying is happening, that's going to be a connection to what it is I'm looking at right now. And here's my thing. I got sent so many pictures, sir. So many pictures of women. So many with them bruised, beaten, in pain, bleeding. Hope you got nothing to do with it, sir. Because if a familiar face pops up in one of those videos, uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. That's bad, man. That's really bad. Also, considering of how you can be sued for it. Wow. Wow, guys, this is it. These posts. Well, that concludes this live. Wow. Oh my goodness. Well, I guess about that Geneva situation, we now got the supporting evidence. Geneva doesn't have to speak anymore. Wow, guys. And let me just say this. I don't even have the photos of Geneva beaten. They're all these random girls, like random. And my shotgun shook voice, random. Random. Wow. Wow. Wait, how's your proof this is Bruno posting it? How somebody tell me objectively, how is there proof that he is aligned with this at all? Because this is really messed up. It's really messed up. But how do I know it's him? If we could be told, yeah, I'm gonna need some proof it's him. So objectively, no one has knowledge that this is even Bruno until you show me some proof. I don't see it. So you're gonna have to show me proof. I'm not a believer yet. I don't. Let me say this. I don't believe he's a genuine, amazing person, but it's hard to believe that, like, cause he's really an actor. There's no way you could be in the industry, do this type of stuff, and slide out of it. I don't see that because there's no way he'd still be getting business if he was really just doing this. I don't believe it. And yeah, how would you even prove he's recording it? There's no, I don't see the proof. Now, dealing with the other name you named, I can believe only because I have proof of what he's done. My proof is of what he's done. Right now, we're objective, so I can't say Bruno's doing any of it objectively. Because this would make him the scum of all scum if this is him doing this. I don't think. I'm giving you more credit than that, sir. Even though you hate me, I'm still going to give you a little more credit than that. I don't think you do all that. I know you as a host. I know you're doing stuff. I would hope you don't do all that. Because if X thought highly of you as he did, I don't think he'd associate with you doing all of this. I mean, come on. Why can't you just smash and keep it moving? Why are you doing all that? Doesn't make no sense. The minor, he had minors. Oh my goodness. Let me say this now. The information I'm getting on minors and stuff is directly tagged to no one at this time. But can you prove the girl's a minor? Now, let me remind you something though. 16 is an age that in Florida they're allowed to do stuff if consent is given. So a 16-year-old can give consent to a young man that is about, I think, 20, 21, 22, I think to 22. And I verified this with publishers dealing with the book company. So 16 can give consent to a man up to 22. So obviously they can give consent for 18, 19, and 20. So that's why I said, I don't know. That's why I said it kind of needs to be proven because consent can be given. So it's not, it's nothing dire, Bruno, yet. But how old is the woman and how old is Ja? And if consent was given, he could have done that. If that girl gave consent, now if she did that way legally, I was confused too until it was broken down to me by not only a law official, but it was also broken down to me by someone else. Florida's a little different on that type of law. Yeah, anywhere else I know of in the States, you're with a girl under 18, you're done. I know that. But in Florida, it's different. You can be 16 and consent with a 22-year-old. But if I don't understand it either, but if you're a year over 22, it's a go. They're going to get you. Wait, hold on, pause, get off my lawn. Why you're naming people? Where are you coming up with these names of people that did that? I'm gonna need some justification for that. And guys, if you don't know what I'm saying, have your live chat open as we discuss things. People go back and forth. You'll also find the links there. Yeah, Ja was a minor, but still, if he was 16 and older, he can consent to it. Now, videotaping may be where you can get it. If they broke a law that videotaping minors, it's not allowed at all. That would be different. But interacting sexually with them, I don't know if that's against it, because I know 16 or older women or girls, two women can consent. And it's up to 22 years old, they can do it. To my knowledge. If someone should show otherwise and shut me down, do so. But that's what I've found out. Because I spoke to some other people a few months ago that were explicitly, now off of a past article that was released on in 2016, they were explicitly investigating that same person for doing those things. And they let me know that that was the case. 16 or older can consent. So that would change my understanding. And they were researching the entire situation. See, with the Geneva thing, it gets a bit different because I have some audio. Oh, he was 14. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. Do you know how old the girl was? Knowing how old the girl was is the next key thing, but he was 14? Yikes. I don't know. Get off my lawn. I don't know. I tried to get her to speak on here, and she didn't want to speak. So what she did was, instead of speaking, she put it in a certain situation where I really couldn't get her to speak, and her friend spoke for her. So there's not much I could do. That's the thing. I couldn't really do much, but, you know. But that's my thing. 14? Oh, geez. Wow. Well, time to be hitting the old dusty trails. Like, nah, I'm not going to do that Family Guy thing, y'all. I'm joking. That's crazy. That's crazy. If that can be proven, that would be solid evidence. I can't even hold you. Okay. If you're going to say it was extortion while she did say Ja did it, I'm going to go ahead and say this. The extortion was to hurt her again. I'm serious. There's nothing she has to give to anyone. I believe if she was allegedly extorted, they threatened to do it again to her. That's the only way. So let me present this angle quickly. If we're going to say Ja didn't do it, do you think she dropped it, he got free, and then they took him out because when he saw he was still going to be persecuted, they thought he may have been getting a conscience? Is that what we're running with? Because I don't have any proof of it. We don't have any proof of it. But if we're alleging she made that up, then that would be the most sensible angle. Because I don't see the back and forth. I don't see what she'd be extorted for. She has nothing to be extorted for. She doesn't have a bunch of land. She doesn't have a... How old was the girl he was in the tape with? Maybe you could find that out. Because if that's one of the girls in this picture I have here, triple uh-oh. Above and beyond uh-oh. If I can match that girl to one of these pictures here, and I find out she's a minor in the age of this picture, this is bad. Because if I see that you have the propensity to harm minor girls, then that makes sense with the behavior that is repeatable in the situation I'm seeing with Cherry and Jocelyn Flores, where they're abused. No, but him being extorted came later. At this time, he was locked up, which means he was trying to get out. So her retracting that story, it could have been a situation of allegedly this. Yo, I did that to get you out. Now you just going to speak loudly on it. You going to tell people it wasn't you when I did this for you, and they could have felt violated because they did that for him. But now they could have been facing the music because of him in the same instance. I don't see how someone would allegedly stand for that. Well, I can tell you now, Jody Deets, he didn't want to be locked up. I can actually prove it. But that's why I'm sitting back on my other audios. He didn't want to be locked up. And trust me, there's no way you guys would be able to find that out unless you receive certain audio. And I told you, my connects is certified. So I have proof he did not want to be locked up. Not at all. Not at all. I can prove that. I just need to understand who was beating minors and who was beating these women. That's the conclusion I need. Because if I can prove that, along with the fact that who's actually attacking these minors, that would paint the picture needed for the justification to why certain things happen the way they did. So yes, at the least, to make everyone comfortable, I can prove he did not want to be locked up. Okay. Let's run with that narrative. Let's say he said he wanted to be locked up. He said he wanted to stay locked up. But did he say he wanted to stay locked up for good? He wanted to stay locked up. Because you do know, he even from his mouth said if he was convicted, it could carry the potential of a life sentence because of the number of felonies he was dealing with. So you're saying he rather life in prison? Okay. Well, I'm telling you, if you said he needed to be locked up, and let's say it was afterwards, I can verify to you inside while locked up, that ain't how he felt. I can tell you that. But that's all I can say on that right now, because I need to piece together other portions. Let's see. Okay, that's fine. Um, Also, guys, stay in live chat. Live chat be lit. Because I can tell you the audio I have, I know no one's ever heard it. Because if they did, there would be certain things that would be being said. And it also confirmed a lot of things to me from earlier this week I spoke on. What else is happening? I'm actually about to go check out a few more of the audios. It's a lot I have to get and read over in here. It's so much. It's so much. So much. I mean, wow. I'm going to be real with you. Doing this investigation, it's not making me see him in a bad way, but it's making me see Tentacion a whole lot different. Now, to the point where I think he did that with Geneva, no. But is it objective? As always, I don't know. But I'm seeing everyone in a new light. I just hope the people that Queen listed those videos, I just hope that ain't true, y'all. Because if that is, that carries the synonymous bruising I see in the pictures. It carries the same bruising I'm seeing on Geneva's picture I just got sent. It's very common. And it's carrying very synonymous factors, which is very bad. That's not good at all. I've read somewhere and he knew that was going to ruin everything from when it would come out. So Flower Power Pippi, you're saying he did something terrible to Bruno? X did? I'm waiting for your response. Okay, Dismal, I hear what you're saying. And it's, let me say something else. It's easy for a person to say they want to die if they don't know what living's like. So keep that in mind. And with the people around him, he wouldn't understand what living was like because he had a lot of people around him speaking incantations of death. And I have proof on that. So you might want to weigh what you're saying. Matter of fact, if one of these incantations dealing with the situation that I have, and oh, I have the audio. You don't have to worry about the statements. I can't show y'all because I promised I wouldn't, but I have the audio to prove it. Didn't I tell you? Let me put this out. Didn't I tell y'all if y'all have phone conversations that it could be heard again? That you can't never get rid of phone conversations. And that if the right people do digging, they could pull up an hour-long conversation you had you never knew someone had. I told you this. So there were certain people speaking some heavy incantations, very hungry for success and power. I know that much. But were they aimed to get it off the X? I don't know. But did you do it? You know you did. And I ain't saying names. I ain't saying nothing. You know what you said. I ain't got to repeat it. You know what you said in that audio. I ain't got to show no one else. Yes, Czar's getting the audios off the arm from the agents. I got that. I got that. So that's why I can tell you they know. They know. I just want to give people the benefit of the doubt. And I thought this week I'd speak positivity, hoping that you drop your incantations and get it off your name. Maybe if you move that way, you'd be better off. Sorry for me trying to be positive. Sorry, I'd rather be positive to even people that claim they hate me, which I don't understand. Because if this was your homeboy and someone wasn't letting it drop, someone wasn't letting it go away, someone was fighting. Let me ask you something. Let me ask y'all something quick. Do you think these investigators would have gave a ish to find out who really did it if I didn't speak up? You've seen some of the suspect parents watching, right? Do you think they would have encouraged their son or daughter to fight for what's right, really bring out what happened, if I didn't stand up and speak in the first place? This stuff would be a memory. Let me ask you this. Do you know how many YouTubers were coming at my neck for what's happening? They were coming at my neck. You would think they wanted him gone. Like, I mean, you would think they were like, take him out. The way they were coming at my neck. I'm like, I don't even know you. A YouTuber coming at me since the beginning because I spoke on it. You got to be kidding me. You guys think it's peachy keen that I just do it and it's no blowback from people's thoughts. It's all types of hate, but I power through the hate. For DJ Jersey Babe, we're talking about how women in certain industries are abused. They have their cookies taken from them. They get harmed, and they get a memory for a lifetime that they can't make go away. That's what we're talking about. Why are you calling him a Thingali, Oriah? Why are you giving him such a title? You gotta explain that. You can't just call him something and not explain it, especially when you're using words of that level. I'm gonna need you to explain why you're calling him that. There are videos that are being alleged that it has the nature of abuse and different things in it, even videotaping 14-year-old time minors doing things together. That's what it's alleging. And in Florida, that is a crime. 16 or older, up to 22, they can do it. And let me correct you. I know what you meant. I know what you meant, Oriah. Let me correct you. He is not a manipulator. He's not a manipulator. If you do research into words he uses, things around him, stuff he said, he is someone that's mastered making his insecurities the fault of others. And I can go into more detail about that from top to bottom, but I'm a fall back on that. Not Bruno Mars. No, not Bruno Mars. Bruno Mars ain't got nothing to do with this. He is literally mastered the fact he has a lot of insecurities. And he uses those to trick younger people's minds, if not a woman's mind. Let me explain. So the way this works, let me give you the best example for that situation he's doing it. Oh, babe, like, you know, you're the only one. You're so amazing. You're going to be great at this. He'll big up a woman's head, or let's say a girl's head, whichever situation. He'll get you to come over. When you first come over, I make it seem everything you thought it'd be. You're doing stuff, doing whatever you're doing. You're getting paid well. Whatever's happening is happening. It's business, so it's legal. The next thing you know, you could do everything right. I'm going to find something you did wrong, and I may find a way to chastise you. Now, how he allegedly chastises you, that's up to him and between the woman that got the chastising. But after I do that, I nurse you back to health. I feed you. I give you more money. And I'm going to make sure it's more money than you ever had in your life, even if it's crumbs. And that's going to make you stick around, because what I'm doing is I'm nursing you in a way when all you've had in life is pain with no conclusion to laugh at. So once I do that, I just pimp your mind. So I beat you, I heal you, I bring you back up. Now you think I'm the best in the world. As time goes on, the more my insecurities grow, the worse your chastising becomes. So with that in motion, I slowly gain your allegiance and trust to the point where, in order for me to not chastise you, you got to chastise others for me. That's why you get certain situations where we hear that an alleged woman is beating another woman for a guy. Because now I pimped your mind. Now I got you breaking the other woman. And what you're told is just do as you're told and you'll be fine. But I'm going to always find some way to do bad to you, because I need to keep your mind in my hands. Matter of fact, the younger a woman comes in, the better for the business. You want to know why? The younger they are, the easier it is to manipulate your mind. So you're saying manipulator, I get it, but that's not the bigger picture. There's a method behind the manipulation. So at first, you're willing. The manipulation occurs after you're going to do what I say just to not get beat. That is when you're in the manipulator status. That is, I get you, but when you're dealing with people that are disenfranchised with parents, authority, they don't like it, they want to go somewhere else to do what they want, it's easy to trick you and bring your mind into a world where you can do what you want and receive no consequence. I am your consequence. Matter of fact, I am everything you need to stay alive, and I'll talk you into it. That's the manipulation. But you willingly come because you think it's something that it turns out not to be. And then eventually it becomes your lifestyle. So you're just with it. Now I could go into the other details on how I keep you around, but I'm not, because it's too sick, and I'm hoping he does not operate that way. But that's how it works. So if it's don't give that amount of respect. It's much more scum-like than that. There's always a method to the madness. And the way that works, it's much deeper than that. And here's the problem. A lot of men try to do that to their women, but then play family man. That's not how it works. It's not how it works. That works for pimps. Because when that woman looks in that child's eyes and she sees what that child's worth, there's a moment where she gets some type of clarity and you're done for. That's where it ends up in a situation with a woman leaving. And you guys don't realize that. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to teach you guys. I understand. When I said I get it, the moment you guys saw him comment anything, the moment, oh, you hit me up in the DM, I learned you at that very moment. I didn't need to study you. I learned you. Because you see, when you study your mind as a black man, you begin to see different things that others won't see. The moment you spoke 2 words, I learned your character. I didn't even try. It was effortless. The moment I read half a post, I knew you. I knew you. I didn't have to try. I'm the czar. That's what I do. Are you stupid? These guys don't listen. Can I take it back to the beginning? Now let me be real. There is a good amount of people that you could allege all has something to do with it that learned it and heard me from the beginning. I said this. I said, if you're involved in a situation, try not to talk around me. All I have to do is hear you say a sentence, and I'll learn you. I told you. I said it. I can't hide nothing. I told you. And that's what I did. I learned your character. I learned the type of people you hang around. I know what you do for fun. I know what you get enjoyment out of. I know what makes you mad. I know what makes you happy. I know when you're plotting on doing what it is you're doing that could have allegedly led to this situation. I learned so much about you that I can't speak about you right away. My head rushes. Like after they speak, I go, oh, because I start thinking about everything. I don't know why. It's just what happens. Off of seeing you type something, speak directly to me. We make some type of direct contact, whether it's over the internet or not. I learn you and I understand what it is you bring. That's why I'm sitting here literally saying I'm not going to say that about Mr. B, Bruno, before I have proof. I'm not going to conclude that. I don't agree he's the best guy. I'm hoping you don't do this stuff, but I'm not going to conclude that about you because I want to not believe that. Because I did studying. And X spoke so highly. Like, X spoke that if something was to happen to him, you would be the one to avenge him. Out of everyone he thought of, he spoke of you in that manner. So for his sake, it would be a pain to think anything else. Like, I don't want to think about that. Because even in the audio I have, he speaks highly of you. He speaks, the way he speaks about him, guys, you think they were blood family. And that's why I don't want to think that that's the situation. Now, what happened during them being together, I don't know. Why someone just said he violated him, I don't know how. But I know for a fact of how he spoke, and I want to be respectful to that. The people he spoke respectful of, I'm going to respect too. And I'm aware you guys are, if you guys are watching and you're screaming a name at the video right now, trust me, I don't have to say the name. Because I can guarantee you with the suspects movement, it's going to open that door. Don't worry. It's going to open that door. Don't worry. It is. It's getting there. I don't think he realizes it, but it's getting there. Because they got the top people on the job. Top. Like, I mean, these guys aren't no joke. I researched them. I'm like, well, dang. They done helped solve a quarter of the murders in Florida. Sheesh. I'm like, dang. So they got some heavy hitters on the job, guys. That's why I'm just talking about the ins and outs, because these guys ain't playing. In September, they ain't playing around. They gave themselves a whole summer to retrieve information. That's heavy. Believe it. That's heavy. And that means something was found. Oh, and by the way, I know I didn't say it. The 21st of May is when the private investigator was given. So I'm sorry, you guys are 2 to 3 weeks behind his investigation. Sorry. I forgot. Don't blame me. I didn't do nothing. I didn't know myself till recently. So when I spoke on him getting it, he already had it. So he has a team on everybody's heels. I don't know, but I can tell you, with that investigator and those experts having that amount of time, that is bad for whoever the mastermind is. I mean, it couldn't get worse. These guys are beasts. I just can keep it real with you. They're beasts. And plus, think of it. They just made that much money, 10,000 or whatever, and that little bit of time, they are going to go hard. That gives them all the time, months, to work on this endlessly. That's a problem for y'all. And I can't see you paying off guys like this. Not of this level. Hit the like button, subscribe. I got to go here. Got some other stuff I got to do. Thank you guys for stopping by. You know, tomorrow we back at it. Something totally different. But if you're a man abusing, hurting women, you're a sucker. Stop being a sucker. Stop being a lame. Get yourself together. Brandy J Shop at Instagram. You know Czar's Instagram. CZARR _ all rights reserved. One word. You got something to say, you can always reach me there. I speak back. Yeah, I do. Also go check out TheCzarr Promo on Instagram, CZARR.promo, PROMO. Go check that out. I got one of my most trusted agents on the job that are normally on that channel. Go check it out. Oh yeah. Shop at brandyjofficial.com. Why you playing around? TheCzarr got the shades on. Not right now, but I got the shades. I took them off for the video. Tomorrow I had the shades on for y'all, so y'all can see how fly it is. But go over to brandyjofficial.com. Go shopping. You know how I rock. Go subscribe to Queen Prodigy on YouTube, just as her name says in the live. Go follow Queen Prodigy 0369 over on Instagram. Go follow Chris _ AY3A. Go follow him over there. And you know we back with it. You know